I decided I'm going to put Powerful Eric. That's right, Powerful Eric. Because for the first time in almost 20 years, I could say that I am powerful. I am Powerful Eric.
Eric Zuzak, aka Powerful Eric, has been in 12-step programs for almost 20 years with little success. Then one day he stumbled on the science of mindfulness to combat addictions. Powerless Eric died and Powerful Eric was born. Learn from Eric's mistakes and get empowered now. Let's join Powerful Eric.
Hi, this is Powerful Eric. Today I'm going to share with you 3 myths about sex and porn addiction. These are taken from my audiobook, Everything You Know About Sex and Porn Addiction is Wrong, subtitled The 21 Myths About Sex and Porn Addiction. Here are 3 of them. Enjoy! There is a new, powerful masculine sex symbol in the world, and it's you. A man with sexual integrity. A man that transforms his sexual energy to positively impact the world. This powerful masculine hero is you. You wouldn't be listening to this if you were not ready to give up the compulsive use of sex and porn to transform that energy into power. Powerful you. I would like to congratulate you for downloading this audiobook. It shows you are very serious about transforming your sex and porn habit into power. The 21 myths are truths that I distilled over 20 years. I learned the very hard way, trial and error. I implore you to seriously consider these myths and ideas. I honestly believe, had I been exposed to these ideas when I first sought help for recovery from sex and porn addiction, that I could have cut my recovery time from 20 years to about 20 days. You may be saying to yourself, but Eric, addictions are hard to break and take years to overcome. Says who? The experts? I listened to the so-called experts, and their ideas made things worse. Much worse. This is a second opinion. These are truths that were learned on the front lines in the real world. These were not learned in a classroom or in a textbook. Well, are you ready to dig in and hear the first myth of sex and porn addiction? All right, let's jump right in. Myth number 21. 12-step programs like AA's Alcoholics Anonymous or SA's Sexaholics Anonymous is the quickest and best way to stop. I have a question for you. If you were going on a trip and you knew the airplane you were about to board only would have a 10 to 20% likelihood of reaching its destination, would you still get on the plane? Well, of course not. Who would get on that plane? Well, unfortunately, I boarded the plane. But I boarded the plane under the direction of a professional. I paid this person to help me. This is one of the first things he said I needed to do was to go to 12-step meetings. Back then, I did not know the statistics of only 10 to 20% of people that go to 12-step meetings actually recover from their addiction. And 20% is on the high side. Being a good student, I followed doctor's orders. So for over the next 20 years, I went to SCA, Sexual Compulsives Anonymous. I went to SLAA, Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous. I went to SA, Sexaholics Anonymous. I even went to AA meetings for Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm not an alcoholic, but I could substitute those meetings when my S meetings weren't available. I went to CODA, Codependence Anonymous. I went to Al-Anon, I became an expert in 12-step meetings. Here's my conclusions. 1, I'd like to thank the countless people that have helped me over the years in the 12-step programs. There is a lot of fantastic people, and I've made a lot of friends over the years in the 12-step programs. However, as far as stopping me from engaging in compulsive sex and pornography, it did not work. If you choose to attend 12-step meetings, it is critical that you supplement what you are learning from other books, audio programs, video programs, other sex addiction programs, especially the science of mindfulness. That's what I teach, is using the science of mindfulness to combat addictions. Myth number 20. Stating you are powerless over the addiction will help you to stop. In many programs, they have you state that you are powerless over the addiction, and then you turn it over to a higher power. I completely understand the theory, but it just did not work for me. I've got to say, I'm a very spiritual person. I do believe in God. But these programs just did not work for me. Being the good student that I was, I said to myself countless times that I am powerless over the addiction and powerless over many things in my life. It was like a mantra. I am powerless, I am powerless, I am powerless. Makes me feel weak right now just saying it. After many years of declaring that I was powerless over the addiction and that I was powerless over innumerable things in my life, I ended up in the padded room. Literally, I ended up in the psych ward's padded room. Out of desperation, I began searching, and I finally found a program that helped. It used the science of mindfulness to break addictions, and it worked. It didn't happen overnight, but it worked. And here's one of the best parts. Instead of stating that we are powerless, we state what we want or what we want to be. One day I was creating my screen login for a mindfulness program. And it was there, it just popped in my head. I decided I'm going to put Powerful Eric. That's right, Powerful Eric. Because for the first time in almost 20 years, I could say that I am powerful. I am Powerful Eric. Oh God, it felt good. It feels good right now just saying it. I am powerful. I am powerful, and so are you. Declare it with me now. Say, I am powerful. I am powerful. If you can't quite bring yourself to say those words yet, say, I am learning to be powerful. Or I'm learning to like myself. I am learning to love myself. I am learning to be powerful. There's a great book by Susan Jeffers called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. I highly recommend the book. In the book, she has an affirmation that says this: I am powerful and I love it. Myth number 19. Once you're an addict for life. You may have heard this myth about alcoholics. Once you're an alcoholic for life. The same is for sex addiction. They say, once you're a sex addict for life. This myth, and all the myths we're talking about, are based on the disease-based model of addiction. That says we have a disease, and that once we have the disease, we have it for life. I began to ask myself, how did I catch this disease? Was it genetic? Boy, was that depressing. I've got this disease and I have it for life. I have a life sentence. Not exactly an empowering thought. Thankfully, the science of mindfulness suggests that we can change things in an instant. I am saying that perhaps I had a bad habit or even an addiction, but I did not have a disease. Using the science of mindfulness, I'm now able to declare what I want instead of focusing on not doing the thing. Let's focus on what we want. Instead of saying, "Hi, my name is Eric and I'm a sexaholic," I can say, "Hi, I'm powerful Eric, and every day in every way I'm getting stronger and stronger." Or here's another great quote from Zig Ziglar. He says, "You are designed for accomplishment. You are engineered for success, and you are endowed with the seeds of greatness." I love that quote. I say that to myself all the time when I'm shaving, looking at myself in the mirror. I also have my son state that for himself as well. I am designed for accomplishment. I am engineered for success. I am endowed with the seeds of greatness. Say it with me now. I am designed for accomplishment. I am engineered for success, and I am endowed with the seeds of greatness. Here's another thought. Don't let your past define you. In some of these other programs, we label ourselves as sex addicts. We label ourselves as powerless. But now we can drop those labels. Don't let your past define you anymore. Anthony Robbins said, "The past does not equal the future." Let me say that again. The past does not equal the future. So what if you've screwed up the past couple decades of your life? So what if you've messed up the past month or two, or even the past hour? That time is over. The past does not equal the future. I am powerful and I love it. So those are 3 of the 21 myths about sex and porn addiction. Would you like to hear the rest? Of course. To get a free copy of my audiobook, Everything You Know About Sex and Porn Addiction is Wrong, the 21 Myths About Sex and Porn Addiction, just email me free book at eric@powerfuleric.com. That's right, get the audiobook 100% free. Just email me eric@powerfuleric.com.
Thanks for listening. If you're struggling with porn or sex addiction, then contact Eric at powerfuleric.com or call 314-717-0377 for a free no-obligation consultation.